This will continue. Welcome. Today is June 24th. It's our next series of wisdom wisdom books to follow. This time we're going to be diving into Blue Truth by David Deida. I'm glad you get to watch the replay of this recording. This is a book where you just have to read and practice. Read, feel into it, practice, and then be bold enough to come to share your experiences, your awarenesses, even whatever you don't like, whatever you don't agree with. Because it can be rough at the beginning, at least in my case, when I first started reading it, like, what the F is it doing? But it's really, really powerful. And we invite you to just relax and open up to whatever arises from reviewing this. Remember, this is under the umbrella of the Arise Together. This is a part of Warrior Sage. You're actually being exposed to powerful wisdom. We actually, some of us spend a lot of money to be part of the Master Coach program, Warrior Sage. And we spend a lot of time going over this material on a weekly basis. With all the other Master Coaches, we discuss what's going on, and we dive deeper, and we make sure that we apply some of these concepts, most of these concepts in our lives. There's something that Sachin always reminds us is to always explore, into new materials, never to take it as dogma, but rather to accept whatever makes sense to us, discard what doesn't, and then with whatever we take, create something new. So that's the invitation. The invitation is to stay open, see what resonates with you, or maybe could you even stay open and maybe allow some of this and see what change, and then have fun. Of course, if you had the chance, join us. We'll be here every second and fourth Thursday of every month to discuss some of these chapters. So keep an eye on the announcements that we made on the Warrior Sage page, and have fun. Today, we're gonna have our star, Terisa, lead us through this beginning, the first 3 chapters of this book. And we're looking forward to dive deep and play fully and stay open. And now that we're even up, you'll make it even more fun. So welcome, have fun, and Terisa, take it.
Awesome. Yay. Well, here we are, diving into Blue Truth.
That book, wow.
Spiritual guide to life and death and love and sex. How juicy is that? So we're starting with, very, dipping our toe in with the first 3 chapters, but it's really deep stuff. So I'm going to begin today with reading because it's really a lovely read, and I would just like to take you through that. Love fully and die. Sooner or later, this present moment is going to be your last. I invite you to listen. I invite you to open and follow along with the words as I speak them. Let them touch you and move you and open you. And we'll discuss. You are alive for now. Feel your heart beating in your chest. Soften your belly and relax your jaw. Feel your heart beating deep in your body and your heart's rhythm radiating outwards, pulsating in your hands and feet and neck. Feeling your heartbeat relax, open as if offering your heartbeat to the world. While feeling your heartbeat as an offering to all, Feel how you live your moments. What did you do today? What are your plans for tomorrow? Who do you love and how deeply? No matter how much money or love you have made, one day your legs will become cold and numb, your heart will stop, your breath will cease, and all will disappear. In some now moment, as real as this present one, your life will end. Are you ready for your death? Are you ready for the death of your children, your parents, and your friends? A picnic with your loved ones, fried chicken and cold beer, a gentle breeze, laughter. Suddenly your heart stops, a final glimpse, fade to death. Are you ready? Have you loved fully and given your deepest gifts? A life lived well embraces death while feeling open from heart to all in every moment. Wide open, you can offer without holding back. You can receive without pushing away. Wide open, heart to all, you are openness, unseparate from this entire open moment. Every part of the moment comes and goes as openness. Your daughter's smile, temporary, precious, already dissolving. Your lover's embrace, sweet, full, already loosening. Every moment is miraculous and disappearing. Every experience profound and empty both. Life lived for the experience of, life lived for the sake of experience is half life, tense, insecure, lonely, and unfulfilled. Your experience cannot fulfill you because as soon as it comes, it is already gone. A thin wisp, the tail end of hope, receding out of reach. Ungrasped, this moment of life burgeons free and bright, surrendering wide, breathing deeply, offering your heart. You were birthed open as this moment. Death is permission to open freely as love. It's a mouthful, isn't it? And a soulful. It's a meditation and a practice. It's a way of living, really. I feel like it's a reminder of what are we putting our attention on. You know, are we focusing on, you know, the marks that our children are getting, the you know, the attention, you know, that we want to get from our loved one, or are we focusing on the moment that we have presently now with them? What comes up? What shares? What was evoked?
Cindy, any thoughts? Any shares?
Me? Yes.
Cindy.
Well, I love the last part of the chapter where he talks about a life lived well, embraces death by feeling open from heart to all in every moment. This is a new concept for me, you know, feeling death, where in the past I've always felt death to be a negative thing, but it's not at all. This opens my whole awareness to feeling into death in a new way. And so I really I really enjoy this first chapter. At first, I wasn't so sure all this talk about death. I'll be honest. I was thinking, oh my goodness, what are we in for? But now as I read it and really allow my heart to open and feel into it, I really feel like, okay, I'm ready for the rest of the book now. I feel like, okay, this looks very, very interesting. And oh, it looks like we have Shantae joining us. So from, here we are, openness, unseparate from this entire open moment. I love this. This is a really great sentence. Every part of the moment comes as goes as openness. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I really enjoy that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lauren, do you have any thoughts?
Welcome, Shantae.
Shantae, welcome.
Do we get to see your beautiful smile today?
Should be listening mode. Okay.
Listening mode.
That's
Well,
perfect, love.
Okay.
chime in whenever you feel in the mood. Mr. Adam.
I'm in the moment. Let's go.
Very good.
So,
Have you given your deepest gifts?
No.
Nice.
so I'll tell you what comes up. I mean, it's so interesting because some of the first few times I listened to this, my first reaction again was like, death. This guy's all about, yeah, we're dead. That's it. It's over. So why bother, right? But even just now, when I heard all these words, what it reminded me is that we just went through reality transurfing, and we talk a lot about importance. We're all the time putting importance into what we do, how we sound, confidence, what I need to do, how I need to perform, who am I, how people sees me, And it's the reminder that we grew up as perfect, beautiful beings, and as we go through life, we put all these layers of identities, some call them, but things that we believe what we need to do and things that we think are important, right? So I'm a man, I'm a husband, or I'm a partner, or I'm a father, and as such, I should behave in this way or another. And as I do that, inevitably, I'm putting a limitation into my existence. And I think the invitation in this chapter, and probably many more, is to just drop all this stuff and land into this moment. Land to this moment, just as being. That's why he says, just drop everything. Quiet your mind, clear all the stuff. Just breathe and feel your heart. This is it. This is it. And if this is it, the invitation is to think, okay, so nothing really matters, but this moment, the way it is, as raw as it is. And the invitation is, okay, so you think that you have to be a father and behave like this, and a partner and do this, and in my case, a physician, do this, and make money or not make money, or serve or volunteer or do or not do, or whatever, But what if all this stuff suddenly stops and we die? And all that noise that we had, it was blah. So I think that's why he says death is the permission to just be love, because all that noise disappears and clears. And then we're just here, the five of us in this moment. You would think it's just the five of us and all the people that are listening, right? And then the question is, how could I connect with, this case, with you as my nearest, immediate, connection? How could we connect even deeper? I think the invitation is, how could I connect with myself right now without all the noise, without all the, oh, I need to sit like this and hold like this and smile and have the light in some way or another. First, I think the invitation is, how do I connect with myself? How do I become as clean as and true to myself as possible? And then how do I connect with those around me, in this case, you, fully? Because then open, then we don't have to hold anything, right? We don't have to, ooh, I don't want to say this, I don't want to offend you. Maybe from that place, we could actually connect and go deeper into something like the beauty I see in you, right? Because of a reflection of me. So he talks about death as an awareness, more as a reminder that is everything else is BS, but this present, anything but this present moment is BS, or could be BS. And it's just what we choose to do and say and do, say, be, express at this moment. And I guess the invitation is, how could at this moment be, we could even be more present, more amazing to each other, make the best out of this time. What comes up? What could we, each of us, do to be even more present and more connected with each other and transmit that? Because at the end they say, we learn from reality transurfing, that all we can affect is our layer of the world, right? Each layer of the world. Going to change anybody else. But what do you think we can do differently? How could we open up even more?
Deeper breathing.
There you go.
More connection with the camera versus like having more an expanded awareness, seeing everything, feeling everything.
I've known, and also, from David Deida, some of his exercises in terms of being aware. He always says, take a deep breath, but always make sure you bring it down through your neck and heart and all the way down into your genital area because of the grounding, right? So it's like, it's connect ground. I think, like I'm a perfect example. I'm always here in my head thinking whatever. And the challenge is how to ground even more. What else can we do to even make this moment even more incredible?
Be curious about each other. Want to know.
I love them.
Share from our own experience. Be excited to share. If we're all excited to share, that makes it juicy.
Yeah. Good.
Just to be present here with a listening ear and, offering our love and our presence and our contact with each other.
Yeah. So some of the polarities, what are some of the polarities that popped up for you in this chapter?
Life and death.
That's the big one, right? Big out loud. What else?
Now and then.
I love that one. Now and then. What else?
Open and closed.
Open and close. I heard they give fully or give partially.
Mm-hmm.
The profound and empty. Me, the open and close, I think, is something that we're going to keep hearing a lot. Because we're most of the time open and close. We're closing mostly. So maybe that would be a good one to start. Should we do life and death? Yes, because that was the core of the invitation on using death as an awareness to be even more open and love more. Let's play with that. How do we do some life and death? Who wants to lead?
Should we read the rest of the chapters and then do one process at the end?
No, let's do one process now and see what the other chapters
All right.
are. So Cindy's going to lead us through life and death.
Okay.
Make sure,
Cindy's gonna lead.
make sure
Thank you,
participate, Cindy. Make sure participate. Make sure you do it.
I think Yolanta was going to try and join us too.
She's here now.
Yay! Okay, Yolanta's here.
Hello, Yolanta.
Welcome, Yolanta. I know she's getting dinner ready for herself and her hubby. So we're talking about doing a process, Yolanta. I would like to facilitate that by doing UP, Universal, on life and death. Okay, is that what we're talking about doing?
Yep.
Great. Okay, so
Can you spare a few minutes, Yolanta, to dive into a polarity? One of the polarities of chapter 1. You're muted, so I don't know. We just see you.
I think she has to cook dinner.
There it is.
Ah, good thing you didn't hear me because I threw the obscenity. I couldn't find the button. Okay. Well, the dinner is cooked. Master maybe can reheat it, by
Okay.
himself.
Okay.
All right, so get yourself comfortable, and we're gonna dive a little bit into one of the many polarities that we went through on chapter 1 on this book.
All right.
Life and death.
Get comfortable in your seat. If you can, have your feet flat on the floor, back straight as best you can. Relax your hands, relax your eyes, close your eyes. And let's just take 3 long, slow, deep breaths in together and out. So starting with a long, slow, deep breath in. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold no air in your lungs for 2, 3, 4. Let's take another long, slow, deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 2, 3, 4. Relax. Let all that air out. 2, 3, 4. And hold no air in your lungs for 2, 3, 4. One more time. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And hold it. Let it go. Exhale slowly. And hold no air in your lungs. Okay. Now relaxing with your eyes closed, I want you to just feel life. Bring life up into your awareness. Feel life as best you can, whatever that means to you. Feel life fully. And as you're feeling life fully, say something about it. Say something about it out loud.
Fun. Energy.
Beautiful. Okay. Now let that go. And this time we're going to switch over to death and feel into death and what that means to you. Feel death fully. and allow it to bring up every and anything it brings up for you. And as you're feeling death as strongly as you can, say something about it out loud.
Temporary stop. Change of pace. Cold. The stage.
Beautiful. Okay. I love it. Okay, good. Good job. Now let that go. And let's go back over to the other side. Feel life. Bring life up into your awareness. Feel any thoughts, feelings, emotions, any body sensations that all come up when you feel into life. Feel life fully. And as you do that, say something about it out loud into the space. Okay. Now let that go. And this time, feel only death. Feel death as much as you can. Allow death to just fully permeate your being. Feel any images, thoughts, feelings, any emotions or body sensations associated with death. And then say something about it. Okay, let that go, and we'll go back over to life one more time and feel life. Feel it fully, life. And whatever comes up into your awareness as you feel into life, allow yourself to really magnify it. And as you feel life as fully as you can, say something about it out loud in the space.
And
Beautiful. You're doing great. Now, let that go and go back over to the other side. Feel death. And feel death with every fiber of your being. And as you're feeling death, allow it to just bring up whatever there is in your awareness. Feel into death. And allow yourself to magnify it. And then say something about it.
transcend it.
Okay. Now, this time, as you're feeling both life and death, have an intention for life and death to merge together. So you're going to feel life and you're going to feel death at the same time, letting them come together, allowing them to merge. So feel them at the same time. Remember, have that intention for them to actually merge together. And as you're feeling life and death together, take a long, slow, deep breath in, feeling them at the same time. Allow them to merge. And then let it go with an exhale. And then tell me what happened between the two. Has anyone merged life and death? Just let me know by nodding or raising your hand. Let me know. No merging yet. Okay, let's do this again. So just feel life. Only feel life. Let everything else in your awareness go. feel life fully and say something about it.
Experience, awareness, presence, openness.
Okay, let that all go. And now go over to the other side. Feel death. Only allow yourself to feel death. Feel it fully, magnify it, dramatize it. And as you're feeling death, say something about it out loud in your space. Beautiful. Okay, let that go. And let's go back over to life. Feel life. Experience it in your mind. Feel into life. Imagine it. Exaggerate it. And then say something about it.
Opportunity.
Thank you. Let all that go. And this time go to death. I want you to feel death as strongly as you can. Feel death. Imagine death. However that makes you feel. And then exaggerate it. When you're ready, say something about it. Thank you. And now go back over to life. Feel life. Feel life fully. And feel into life as you envision it for yourself and magnify it. And as you're feeling life as strongly as you can, then say something about it.
Presence, awareness.
Thank you. Okay, one more time, go over to death and feel death. Feel it as strongly as you can. Imagine death, feel death, envision it. Whatever death means to you, dive into it right now. And then when you're ready, say something about death. Okay, this time, as you're feeling life and death together at the same time, have an intention, set an intention that they will merge, and feel into that as you imagine death and life, feeling them at the same time. Take a long, slow, deep breath in as you're feeling life and death at the same time. And then hold that breath at the top for just a moment and then let it go, allowing them to merge. Do that now. And then tell me what happened between them. If anyone has merged, nod or just raise your hand for a moment and I'll just capture whoever that is. Okay, thank you. And for those of you who merged, hold the space for the rest of us. Just play along and I just ask that you hold the space and we'll just go through one more round a little quicker. So for the rest of you, please just feel life. Feel life as strongly, as fully as you possibly can. Make it as big as you possibly can. And then say something about it. Okay, now let that go. And I want you to feel death this time. Only feel death. Just envision, feel, imagine death as much as you possibly can. And as you're feeling into it, allow any images, thoughts, feelings, emotions, body sensations to come up. And then say something about it out loud in the space. Beautiful. Let that go. And we're going to switch back over to life. Feel life. Imagine life. Feel it as fully as you possibly can. Feel, magnify, dramatize life. And then say something about it. Okay. This time, switch over to death. Feel death. Imagine death. And then even magnify it. Feel into any emotions or thoughts that are coming up, any images, anything that's affecting you. And then make it even stronger and say something about it out loud. Beautiful. Okay, one final time, going back over to life. Feel life as best as you can, as strongest as you can, and magnify it. Exaggerate life to the best of your ability. And then when you're ready, say something about life. Okay, let that go. And one more time, feel death. Actually imagine death. Imagine your own death. Actually magnify it, dramatize death. Feel it, imagine it, and then say something about it. Okay, this time, now as you feel both life and death at the same time, have an intention for them to come together and merge as one. So as best you can, right now, feel life and death together. And take that long, slow, deep breath in as you're feeling life and death together at the same time, allowing them to merge. And do that now. Take that breath in, holding it at the top for a moment. And then let it go, allowing them to merge. And tell me what happened between them. Did anyone else have life and death merge together? Just raise your hand. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And then as you're sitting there, just imagine that there's a beautiful ball of white light above your head. This light is filling you from top to bottom with beautiful love, compassion, healing, light. Feel it. Fill your entire body from top to bottom, your head, neck, shoulders, arms, your wrists, hands, and fingers, and feel this beautiful, loving, compassionate, healing light filling your chest, torso, your hips, legs, ankles, feet, and toes. This beautiful light is filling you up completely, and now it's flowing out of you in all directions at the same time. This beautiful light is flowing out in front of you, out into infinity, out behind you, as far away as you can imagine, out to your right and left, out far, far away. This beautiful light is filling you up all the way up on top into the heavens above and deep into the depths below you. Imagine this beautiful, bright, white, healing light filling you up, flowing out in front of you in all directions around you. And just imagine that for a few more moments in silence. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. And then I'm going to ask you what you're more aware of, more conscious of now than you were before. And so if anybody would like to share, please, looks like you're unmuted except Yolanta. Please feel free to share, anyone, what you're more conscious of now than you were before this process. Anyone?
For me, it's just it's like a transition. I mean, when I literally felt myself dead, you know, like, oh, holy moly, okay, so the whole bones, meat, thoughts, everything is gone, but there's still a sense of me that continues. There's this sense of the me that's beyond what I'm living now, you know. So there's a peace, there's a sense of peace.
Thank you. Beautiful. Anyone else? Teresa, Lauren, Yolanta, Shante. Lauren?
Yeah. I felt like that grain of sand on the beach. It's endless. There was no end to it. And it's just like one, and it just kind of all merged. So, and we are just, I mean, our life is just that flash in a timeline. So it's just that small, but we're here in this moment. So live it fully.
Ah, I love it.
Love and open.
Beautiful. And Shantae, thank you for your response. Oh, love it. Calm, strong, light. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Teresa, Yolanta?
Mine was a light. It was the same as Juan. You know, there was a sense of this light, and it's infinite. And you know, yeah. What comes up for me, that last line, death is permission to open freely as love. Death demands us to open freely as love. That's what came up for me when I read it. And that light is me, no matter what. It burns, and it flickers or it burns, but it's always there.
Thank you. Beautiful. Love it. Any thoughts, feelings, Yolanta? Anything you want to share? There you are. Oops, we had you for a moment. Click off here. Maybe I can unmute you.
I think that's what she's saying. Life is like upside down and square, and then you turn it off, and then you come back, you're muted.
No, yeah, I'm sorry, because I'm on my phone and so I have a hard time navigating it, and I'm kind of, yeah, I can't really like get into it, and this is like a very intense, you asking for such an intense emotion. You want me to die and then you want me to live, and so I can't really like get into it right now. I'll do it tonight. Maybe I'll practice some more, but I've never done that extreme polarity before. So not that I haven't thought, so about dying, obviously, but I just I need to work on it.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing. That's
And
perfectly fine. Juan Carlos, did you want to say something?
yeah. In all fairness, most of us have done that polarity a few times. So yes, Yolanta, once you've done it a few times, it's way easier to
Yeah.
keep going over layers of what that means to us. So
Yeah.
thank you.
First time
Thank
is
you
hard.
thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful. Let's move on. That was very good. Thank you. Let's go for chapter 2.
Chapter 2, feel before memory. What is important today is forgotten tomorrow. When it's time to use the toilet, really time, all importance is reduced to the event. In bed at that moment, orgasm is all. Chased by a madman with a gun, there's nothing else. Waking up from the dream, there's nothing else but relief. A child finds her doll important. A father finds his finances important. Riddled with cancer, an old man finds love important, and his eyes close one last time. What do you find important now, today? What did you find important 10 years ago? Remember back to your earliest childhood memory, the very first time you can remember anything at all. Take a moment. What was important to you then? Still feeling your very first memory in life? Feel before that. What happens when you try to feel earlier than your first memory? Do you feel into blackness? Is there a sharp wall of time that stops you? Or do you feel an infallible openness that seems to extend before your earliest childhood memory? An openness without clear bounds, an openness that is you even now. Of every moment that has ever seemed important, all that remains is the openness, who you are. There's that light, that my process, it's like I just read about it here in some way.
That's what it was for me too. When I stop breathing, when my carcass is gone, when everybody forgets me, when I'm just a speckle, as Lauren was saying, in what I understand now, what I conceive now as life. Yet there's still this something that is me, and it's like cannot be defined as any of those things. Right? That's a beautiful thing about it, and there's the connection with it. That is the beautiful part here. That's, I think, what he refers to as that what is that openness, that open space, that's unlimited. The me, I think, is all about the awareness of who I am, of who each of us are, which is, that little drop in the ocean, or that sand of grain, the sand, whatever else, however else you want to conceive it. Yeah.
I've read this chapter in this book a lot of times, and doing the practice of feeling back beyond the first childhood memory. So to answer the question, I mean, every time, depending on my degree of openness, I can travel or I hit a wall. Just depends. And it's really quite fascinating. I'd love to hear how that was for other people, if they did the practice, or if they, you know, when they've done the practice in the past, if it has been different for them.
I went into a black space. You're going to remember my first childhood memory. You know, when I go beyond that, it's just this black space. Yet there's the awareness again of me. It's like, oh, hey, hello, what's there? But I also, at some other times when I went back, I just kept hitting all the spots of the memories. You know? So, yeah, it's kind of fun.
And we have a fun process in mind clearing where we actually do go back and we touch down, and then we discover here and like flush it out, and then we go back and we go back and we go back, and yeah, you go back into some very interesting places.
But again, the important thing is what you find important now, you know, somehow it loses that importance, right? I guess that's what I was thinking, importance. Right?
Yeah, importance.
We think it's important now because we have some references, you know, whatever we believe at this moment. I'm a physician saving lives. I'm a partner. I'm a father. I'm this, you know, so I must do this or that, you know. Yeah. And if we were to be like in chapter 1, we just collapse and die, it's all gone. You know, all the stuff is gone. All remains is whatever we may have done to help others in their experience, maybe. Still, it's beautiful. Any thoughts, any other shares? Good. All right. Let's move on then.
Chapter 3, give everything now. You are either withholding your love in fear or giving your deepest gifts. Right now, in every moment, you are either closing or opening. You are either stressfully waiting for something, more money, security, affection, or you are living from your deep heart, opening as the entire moment and giving what you most deeply desire to give without waiting. If you're waiting for anything in order to live and love without holding back, then you suffer. Every moment is the most important moment of your life. No future time is better than now to let down your guard and love. Everything you do right now ripples outward and affects everyone. Your posture can shine your heart or transmit anxiety. Your breath can radiate love or muddy the room in desperation. In depression. Your glance can awaken joy. Your words can inspire freedom. Your every act can open hearts and minds. Opening from heart to all, you live as a gift to all. In every moment, you are either opening or closing. Right now, you are choosing to open and give fully, or you are waiting. How does your choice feel? I love that line. Your every act can open hearts and minds. No future time is better than now.
Me, I keep hearing polarities all the time. I see polarities one after another. So it's either with, you know, of course, the biggest is opening and closing, right? My opening, closing, that's the biggest. But then related to that is either either waiting or taking action, either withholding or just giving, either loving or just staying paralyzed in fear. Is it now or later, or sometime? So this is some of the polarities that I keep hearing as I listen to this. To me, one of the most powerful ones is always open and closed. I know based on my experience, I tend to close a lot because it feels safer, right? It feels safer to close. And, don't look at me, don't talk to me. I don't want to get into this, this is me and don't touch me. I'm not going to look at you. I'm just going to go straight and not interact instead of. So I know that one. And there's a price to pay. The price is precisely that. We're holding. We keep to ourselves, and we've learned it, right? It's like being in a lake and trying to hold the water in the mouth, being afraid that we're not going to have enough water at some point. There's so much of it. Or we're trying to take a deep breath and hold it because we're afraid we're not going to have enough air for everybody. So I think this is that same similarity. There's a fear involved on opening up fully. This lack and abundance. Somehow we think that there's not enough love, enough of, for everybody. Or the other fears, right, that we have, we're not enough. I'm not enough in some way or another. That's why we keep holding. We're afraid of speaking up and share who we are and display and playfully. In every aspect of our life, I guess that's the other thing we need to remember, right? Is it in relationships? Are we holding, or are we playing fully? In business, even in our own meditations, in our own downtime, are we loving ourselves fully, or we're not aware and then we're reacting instead of being proactive? So I think that's why it's the now, right? The now, we either open or close. Anything else that comes up for you? Yolanda always had something fun, but she's closed tonight.
Now you're getting her started. Here, let me see if I can unmute. No, I can't unmute. Oh.
Maybe you mute her back. There you go.
There you go.
So what did you want me to say?
Whatever. I don't want to say anything. Whatever arises on you on these chapters.
Yeah, I am so sorry. I don't even know, what book are we reading right now. I will find out later. But I really like what you said. I think it's a great Blue Truth by David Deida. Okay, yeah. But I really liked what you said, about that being open and being closed. I probably never put it in word, but I realized that that I kind of can sense or tell when people are open or closed. I think that's something we give off, in our body language. And I think I myself, I'm probably more open than closed. And there's also a price to pay for that. There's a price to pay for being closed. Because, maybe we're not, we are closing ourselves for our own, evolvement. But then, there's a price to pay when we are too open, because, you know, when you kind of open, then all kinds of things come your way, you know, and good and bad. So you kind of need to take that into a consideration. But I think I still prefer to be open, and because I kind of realized that I think for me, I evolved the fastest through interaction with others, you know, much more than by reading or meditating and things like that. So I think that's my way of evolving. So I'll stay open. What the heck? with the possible dangers, but yeah, I think yeah, that's kind of my way of life. And thank you very much, Juan, for kind of pointing it, because I mean, there was something that I never really like put it in words, and you know, now I kind of see it. So open, close, yeah, my new reference points.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanta.
I work, I'm very aware of that because I've learned, I grew up being closed, always closed, you know, focus on something. You know, I was actually, the way I put it in my own language was I always was like a horse with the blindfold, you know, going in this direction, you know, and it's the way we're trained. Some of us are trained in some ways, so we only see what is in front of us, and we don't look because the blindfolds are there, right? But that's just in knowledge-wise and awareness, right? The other one is just the openness of heart that you were talking about, right? We're talking more about that openness of heart, and I think the reminder, Yolanta, what I couldn't resist sharing this is the beautiful thing about open that I've learned is that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to take whatever comes into us. When you're open, you can just let it go through. Remember, we're talking about pendulums. You can just let to take all the crap. Yeah, that's some of us. Yes, when we receive stuff, we have this tendency to grab it and make it ours. And I think, and I will offer a little reminder, but just a reminder, because I'm sure you can do it. When people throw stuff at us, we could just, woo. Or as a friend of mine will say, you know, when somebody throws you something, you just go down, bend, let it go against the wall and go back to them, you know? So something like that. I always remember that as a joke. Anyway, so any other thoughts, any other shares, anything else about this open and close? This moment is what matters. I know Shante had something beautiful. I saw something beautiful here. Thank you. Thank you for being part of it. Living like love is limited and has to be measured out or it'll run out. Or that love is reserved for people, things we know.
Beautiful.
Oh, living like love is limited and has to be measured out or it'll run out. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The love is reserved for people. Yeah, no. Yeah, we cannot. We have to be exactly. That's the idea of being open and close. So I think we could. Would you agree to doing it one more? You know, quick play with open and close, or any other thoughts? Do you have any other thoughts, Teresa? You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
For me, wait and act.
Wait and act. Okay. Wait and act are here now. Yes. So let's put it to vote. Wait and act. Open and close.
Another UP?
Yeah. Yeah, let's play. This is an experience. This is not about who knows what or whatever. It's really, really an experience. That's the way I see this. Yeah, and a practice. How are we gonna leave? So now from today, some of my awarenesses. So if I know that everything could just stop in a second from my death, what am I gonna do to live fully? Right? Where the two are a reminder of importance. What do I think is so important right now that's holding me, that's keep making me, put too much importance into things. Just drop it. And third one is just stay open and act now. This is the moment, this moment. I guess the invitation for these 3 chapters is here and now, fully open in love, and the awareness of the me, that transcends beyond life and death. You said act and wait. Is that what you said?
Wait and act.
Wait and act. Let's just play with wait and act. What the heck? I never done wait and act.
All right.
All right. So wait and act. Feel into it. One is to wait. The other one is to act. Feel into whatever that means to you. How many times in your life you hesitate? You wait till perfect time arises, till everything is just there, or you just bam. You get it. I'm sure you've had lots of ideas and things that you now think, oh man, if I had acted on them, I'll be in such a different place. So let's play with that. Wait and act. So close your eyes, relax, ground yourself. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And feel into wait. Remember, when I say feel, it's see the images. In other words, memories when you waited. The thoughts that you have now, as you said, waiting, waiting for what? Waiting for the right time, waiting to make sure I'm ready, waiting to make sure that I know, making to ensure opportunities are, that they're going to receive me well, that I can be strong enough to blah, 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 blah. Wait. How does my body feel when I'm waiting? And the emotions linked to it. Wait. So as you connect with it and you magnify and intensify, say something aloud about it. Wait, your experience of wait. Whatever arises, say something about it. Very important that you speak something about wait for you.
Not right now.
Feel with this pressure in my chest. Now, let's focus on act. Feel, act. Take action now. Do not hesitate, do not wait, just act. Feel into that and whatever triggers for you, memories, thoughts, body sensations. The good and the bad about it. Allow whatever is good and bad about act to manifest right now on you. And then say something aloud about it.
Let's do this.
Oh, it senses hesitation, fear. Good. Now, feel wait. Wait, hesitation. Feel it fully. And say something about it. This hesitation, this turn, waiting,
Sure, it's going to happen right now.
fear. Good. Now feel, act. Acting now, action. See yourself, feel yourself, physically, emotionally, and the thoughts connected with action now. Act. And say something about it. Remember, make sure you say something about it. A thought and emotion, body sensation, or your experience of act.
Let's do this.
Courage. Now, feel weight. hesitation. I'm going to explore it fully, feel intensely, really dive into every area that you can imagine that you're connected with weight or hesitation, delay. Suffering.
There might be a better time tomorrow.
Thank you. Now feel, act. Now, action now.
I'm ready.
Momentum, lessons, assignment, challenge. Very good. Now, feel both hesitation, wait, and action, and act. Do your best to feel them both at the same time. And hold that awareness as you take a slow, deep breath in and out. Feel both. And then let it all go. And how do they feel to you? Are they still two separate things? Or they're closer, or they merge? They're a little closer, so, separate. Yeah, separate. Good. That's okay. That's round one. Let's try round two. Feel weight. Feel hesitation. Feel just like waiting for the perfect time, right time, when you're ready, whatever it is. Feel that. Really take your time exploring how you wait. Have you waited? Things that you're waiting to say, things you're waiting to do, plans that you're waiting to execute. The to do. To do. Yeah. Vibration of pleasant hesitation. Say something about it. Whatever arises, spit it out. Good. Now feel, act, meaning action, now, execution. No hesitation. Damn. Whatever that means for you, act now. Saying whatever it is that you need to say. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Execute, write, complete. See it all done, achieved, done, no hesitation. Bam. How does it feel in your body? What's the emotion? What's the thought? And say something about it. Builds up energy. Transformation. Lessons. Good. Now feel weight. Feel weight fully. Experience weight. Again, hesitation, delay, holding on. and say something about it. Cemetery. Cemetery is full of people like waiting for. Thank you. Now feel, act now. And say something about it. Fullness, courage, life, trust, commitment, growth. Thank you. Now feel weight. Feel weight fully, whatever remains of it. Whatever you may not have explored about hesitating, holding, waiting in your life for you. This vibration, this energy that's holding like a balloon ready to explode in the center of my body. Say something about it. Good. Now feel, act now. Feel how there's no hesitation. You just take action. I take action. Say something about it. Dependent upon. I'm the creator. Thank you. Now, feel action right now and feel weight, hesitation. Feel them both at the same time, best that you can. And hold that awareness as you take your slow, deep breath in and out. And now feel into what happened to wait and act, hesitation and action. As it's still separate? Quite closer. Getting closer, right? Okay, very good. Very, very close. Merge. Cindy, are they still separate or close? Can you give me a little?
I thought I was muted. Yeah, they merged at the end.
Yolanda, still a little separate apart?
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
huge gap between waiting and acting for me. So it's
Perfect.
yeah, it's kind of hard for me to merge them because there's a big, huge polarity.
Beautiful. Thank you. Don't worry. Keep the work. Experience. Here comes. No problem. Round 3. If it's merged, keep that awareness, dive into it, let it expand out of you in every direction. You know the drill. For those of us that are still a little separate or very separate, the key relies on feeling it fully. So experience fully, wait, delay, hesitation. Go there fully, don't hold. The uncomfortable things about it, feel them fully. That's why you're having a hard time integrating. You're not going there fully. Experience it fully. where you beat, how you beat yourself, what you see it, the fears, the emotions, the good things, the bad things, everything about weight. Allow yourself the gift of experiencing fully right now. See it, how you're weighted, how it manifests in your body and your emotions, how you think about it, how you beat yourself about it, whatever it is or not, how you use it for your advantage. Feel it fully. Don't hold. And then say something aloud. You must say something aloud. Whatever arises from this experience, say just something. Word, thought, an emotion, whatever. For me, it's still that sense of vibration and fear. I call it fear on the center of my body. You must say something as part of this process to get over it. If you don't say, you don't express it, the energy gets stuck on that polarity. Good. Now feel action. Now, bam. The good, the bad about it. Your experiences, whatever it is. And say something about it. Encouraging. Lessons. Empowering. Good. Take a deep breath, let all that go. Sometimes that helps too, to let all that stuff go. And then revisit it again. Revisit, experience, weight, hesitation. Feel it fully here and now. And then say something about it. Remember, just whatever. Say it aloud. Your vibration, still a little fear, hesitation, judgment. Closure. You can take a deep breath if you want to, if you feel like it helps you. And now feel action. Feel taking action. If you have a hard time, just imagine it. Imagine yourself taking action, how your body feels, your thoughts, emotions, how it looks. Taking action. All those things that you're being hesitating, bam, done. Studying for the boards, taking action, offering my gifts, my connection, being truthful, speaking up my mind. Vibrating, exhilarating, exciting. Good. Now, feel weight, hesitation. Feel it fully. What other aspect of your life you've been holding, waiting, hesitating? Yeah. No need to it. Say something about it. Now feel action. Experience taking action fully. And say something about it. Thank you. Done. And now feel both. Taking action and hesitation, weight. as best as you can. Feel them here and now. Feel them together as part of you. And hold that awareness as you take a slow, deep breath in, and then you let it all go. And just whatever you're aware of right now, if they merge, fantastic. If they didn't, whatever awareness you have right now about waiting and taking action, hesitating and taking action. Allow that awareness to expand in front of you, far, far away. Allow that you're aware of from this experience regarding waiting and action to expand behind you, far, far away. And take a deep breath. Allow that awareness to expand to your left and to your right, far, far away. And hold that awareness and let it expand all the way up into the sky, into the cosmos, and down into the ground, deep, deep, deep. Take a deep breath in and allow that awareness, whatever you're aware of, to expand out of you in every direction. And now ask the question and answer it. What are you more aware of regarding waiting and taking action for yourself? Answer this to yourself. What is good for you that you work on this? What is your new story regarding waiting and taking action? And what is an action that you're going to take as a result of this experience? What do you commit to do as a result of your awareness, whatever that is, different from everybody? And when you're ready, open your eyes. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Any shares?
I'm alive.
You're alive. Awesome. Beautiful. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, I know we're going to continue reading this book for the next few months. It's pretty powerful. Blue Truth by David Deida. And what else we need to know, Teresa?
How many chapters?
Read chapters 4 through 7 this week.
Got it.
We meet again on the 8th.
Right after the big weekend here for us.
Yes, July the 8th.
Beautiful. Just make sure that you read it. Even read it tonight, tomorrow, and figure out how does this make sense or work or whatever. There's plenty of polarities, so see if you can play with what we played today. Feeling into one, feeling to the other. But always make sure that you say something about it as a result of your experience. That's how you clear the whatever charge or energy or thoughts are on each side. Okay? And then apply them and see how this works for you. And maybe next time we can share how applying this, like in the case of this week's, how does living as if this was the last moment, if we were to collapse right now and die, Did we live fully? Did we give our gifts? Did we love? Did we say? Did we act? Or not? Are we holding? Are we closed? And that's the invitation. That's the power of this time together. Beautiful. Any shares? Any last words to close? Cindy?
That was another good one, really. Waiting and acting, yeah, probably for me as wide, as big of a chiasm as the life and death, because to me waiting, all the memory of waiting I have were negative, and pretty much came to what I perceived as a waste of time, where in action there was all this propulsion, you know, the liveness, the awareness, the, you know, to the moving forward. So I kind of struggled to, again, to you know, to put it together till I came to the awareness, you know, when I was thinking about all these times that I had to wait and how negative all this was, that, you know, I realized that the common denominator for all of them was that the waiting always comes to the end. So once I realized that, oh, okay, so, you know, the waiting is not really that bad because it always comes to an end. And at that time, you know, that was totally different story for me. So I was, you know, I was able to kind of, I don't know, I don't think I'm that good in merging, because, you know, that's kind of still a new concept to me, but at least, you know, it came together, you know, once I saw it from the different vantage of point of view of this being under the law of impermanency, right? That it's gonna end. That was good.
I'll just offer you one thought on that. When you feel into whatever polarity it is that you feel, there's always one common denominator beyond all those things. Usually for me, it's me. Who's the one waiting? Who's the one taking action? Who's the one dying? Who's the one living? I'll leave that for your next diving into any polarities and see how that serves you, okay? This is something that you have to experience. I'll just remind you, because it helped me a lot to feel into that, okay? This is something, there's no, you should never force this, Jolanta. It never comes from forcing it. It only comes from experiencing each polarity fully, the way you did, and then saying something about it. But you must say it as you experience it, okay? And then eventually somehow you recognize something that you can only experience, okay? So you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Don't force anything. It'll go smoothly, but it's due time. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Juan, Lauren, and Yolanta.
Great.
Cindy.
See you in a few weeks again.
Fantastico.
Until we meet again, July the 8th.
Let's keep living fully, open, loving.
Love you all.
Love you.
Take care. Love you all.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Love you all.
Love you so much. Love you.